welcome back to the DW Pod, powered by Triton, maker of 100% full custom jerseys and apparel. I'm 1/3 of the most electrifying podcast in sports design entertainment. I go by TG. Right beside me, I got the main man,
Alex.
And behind the camera, 13-time catfish world champion, Big
Catfish,
John.
it's crawfish.
Crawfish,
yeah. I'm the other third.
Crawfish John.
Oh, Crawfish John.
That's right.
How y'all doing today? Everybody's week been fine?
Oh, yeah. Just rolling through. It is crawfish season.
That's good. Yeah, I'm supposed to go to a little gathering this weekend.
Me
Excited
too.
about that.
Me too. I'm excited.
Oh, Alex, do you have a crawfish gathering to go to?
There's always several crawfish
Oh, okay.
gatherings,
All
but
right.
I don't have one this weekend now.
Oh, not part of the cool club.
I guess not.
How was y'all's Easter?
Good. Speaking of eating,
Yeah.
good old ham and some smoked chicken. And
Smoked chicken.
I had
chicken.
something that I never thought I'd bring it up on a podcast.
Yeah.
Green beans. Phenomenal.
Where from?
This guy, we were at his house and he made some, they were made in a crock pot with soy sauce
Soy
and brown
sauce
sugar.
Wow.
Okay.
So,
Now, are you saying green beans because you don't have it for Easter, or you just don't eat green beans?
no, I love green beans.
okay.
But I mean, these were just some of the best I've ever had. Just great.
Well, you don't think of good green beans necessarily being an Easter food. But then again, what do you think?
Yeah. What's an Easter
Yeah,
food?
but-
I mean, ham, yes.
Ham, I think, is the one that you absolutely have to have on.
Yeah. Ham is phenomenal. After that, I don't know. Deviled eggs, I have nothing else.
Yeah, I don't know, but the thing is, green beans are just green beans. I never knew they could be elevated to such greatness.
You put them in the casserole, they're off the chain.
Yeah.
Bro, the green beans wrapped in bacon, like you take a little bushel
Yeah.
of green beans and wrap them in bacon. Son.
But at some point, you're just tricking yourself to eating vegetables. Though.
Hey,
You're going to wrap
hey.
it in bacon.
Well, 95% of the time, I don't eat a green bean like that. But
Yeah.
boy, that 5%, man, it's good. I highly recommend.
Wrapped in bacon, though. If we're talking about Trojan horse and vegetables, too, is wrapping asparagus in bacon.
I've never done that, but I'm sure
Yeah.
it's delicious.
It's phenomenal.
Which asparagus is delicious by itself.
Asparagus really isn't bad. It really is.
Yeah, it's underrated.
So, did anybody get a chance to check out the Batman movie?
I
The
absolutely
Batman.
did. I
No,
did.
I haven't had 3 hours to spare.
I did watch it in installments. You know, I couldn't sit through 3 hours all at the same time. But as far as, I liked it. I'm not going to sit here and say it's the best Batman ever, in my opinion. But it's top tier.
It's top. I'd say it's top 3 for me.
Top 3.
Top 3.
Now, I'm looking at the list. When we say top 3, give me the other 2.
Well, The Dark Knight's number 1.
Absolutely.
It's untouchable. There'll never be a better Batman movie, in my opinion. Number 2,
Yeah.
I'm probably going to go with the original Michael Keaton,
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson.
How many Batman movies have there been now?
Enough, to be
A
honest
lot.
with you.
There's been a lot.
It also goes to, like, what Batman do you like? You know, unfortunately. I didn't really care for Ben Affleck as
It's
Batman.
not. It's not also just Batman. It's Bruce Wayne, because that to me,
yeah.
I loved in this new movie, the Batman. Loved his Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't a big fan of his Bruce Wayne.
You didn't like emo Bruce? You didn't
I
like
get that it's still. I also love that it's the early stages of Batman.
I wasn't a big fan of the My Chemical Romance version of Batman, but
But he saves it at the end.
I guess.
But then he starts
I tell you,
talking about hope, and that's Superman's thing. So
was as far as Catwoman, was that the best Catwoman?
Who was Catwoman this time?
it's Lenny
Lenny
Kravitz's
Kravitz's daughter. Zoe? Is her
Zoe
name Zoe
Kravitz,
Kravitz?
yeah.
To me, she's been the best Catwoman.
Oh, yeah.
And there isn't much competition. It's definitely not Halle Berry.
It's definitely not Halle Berry, but Michelle Pfeiffer was fantastic.
Who played it in the most recent movies? Michelle Pfeiffer was absolutely yeah.
The only other one, the most recent would be the Halle Berry movie, but that was a standalone film.
Then I am thinking of the wrong character. But if I had to rank it myself, Dark Knight's 1. Number 2 might be Dark Knight Rises.
You think so?
Yeah.
There's like 5 minutes of Batman in the movie.
Such a good
that
story,
doesn't
though,
do it for
man.
me. It's a good
I
story.
get what you're saying.
But if it's going to be a Batman movie, I'm going to need more than 5 minutes of actual Batman screen time.
I feel you. I prefer a decent story most of the times because we get so many superhero movies and they're all the same. I mean, we talk about the best. Let's not talk about how just god awful Batman versus Superman was.
Okay.
You
All right,
know,
let's
that-
move on to the next
Yeah,
topic. We're
dude.
not gonna stand for that
I love
slander.
the industrial banging sounds I keep hearing
Yeah.
up there. He's bumping into chairs and
Sorry,
mics
guys.
and everything.
It's a new setup.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it is a new
What do you think
setup.
about the new setup, guys? It's great,
I like it.
but it's the first time, so we're having to get used to some nuances.
I haven't moved yet. I've literally stayed right here. I'm afraid to
I
touch.
feel like I can move so much more because those other tables were so rickety
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
loud. But now I've made more sound in this recording
Damn Hulk.
because
Darn Hulk.
I feel like I can move.
Good. Yeah. Well, I think it looks great. Almost borderline new studio. No. I mean, like from the 1970s, but anyway.
We are coming live from the Honey Tripper.
Yeah.
In other news, did y'all see where the FDA is currently investigating Lucky Charms as thousands of people are currently getting sick?
Thousands of people.
Thousands of people are currently getting sick.
Well, I'd like to speak into that.
Trying to get magically delicious. Do y'all remember the little charm, his little song?
Leprechaun?
Yeah.
Yes.
What is it, John? Hearts.
I don't
then what?
remember.
Heart, stars. What's next? Come on, guys. Heart, stars, horseshoes, clovers.
Balloons. No?
You know what? Yeah, just go ahead and read off what you got, John.
Well, this is from the Miami Herald.
Alex ate Apple Jacks growing up.
Hey,
Jacks are good.
Easy, Tiger. Those are good. So, Miami Herald says over 3,000 people have reported being sick, and a lady leaves this comment on the article. Says, "My son has been sick with stomach cramps, nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea on and off since Thursday. He had Lucky Charms for breakfast all last week." Well, maybe that's the problem. Is it that the Lucky Charms are tainted, or does he need a more nutritious diet?
I don't know, man. The boy's shooting out from both ends.
That's a rough way to go.
That's a rough way to do it. You can get dehydrated real fast.
Real quick.
Yeah.
That will
yeah.
sneak up
Yeah.
on you quickly.
I'd hate for that to be me, though.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Lucky Charms are okay, too. That's the worst part about it. You never get enough marshmallows.
Yeah, there's cereals that are far better than Lucky Charms.
What would you say?
Well, I say that, and this is the most basic, primitive cereal, but it's still fantastic. And that's Cocoa Pebbles, the Flintstones.
Are you kidding me, John? Cocoa Pebbles, I say this, if I could rank cereals, how good they are before the milk really settles,
Yeah.
before they get soggy. Cocoa Pebbles would be number one. If you can hop in them Cocoa Pebbles, the first couple of, not even minutes, first couple of seconds, get some good bites in, it's off the chain.
Hey, let's go back in DW Pod history. Last year when the three of us went to Texas for a baseball, softball youth event, right?
Correct.
And we went and got frozen yogurt.
Yeah.
I remember putting with you guys that night. This is just, I'm having flashbacks like
Putting
from
Cocoa
Vietnam.
Pebbles on
Yeah, I put Cocoa Pebbles on my yogurt, and it was amazing.
That does sound pretty good.
I know what I do. I do the same thing at every yogurt place. I go with strawberry yogurt, sprinkles, and gummy bears.
Ugh.
The most childish thing
It's
you can
very
get.
childish.
Yeah.
It's off the chain. But if I had to pick my favorite cereal, it just depends on the time of life. You know, CTC is always a go-to.
It's probably been 20 years since I've had some.
But it's almost too much sugar for me. You know, I'm bouncing off the wall. Waffle Crisp back in the day,
Oh, man.
because the milk would get all, maple syrup like.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if I had to choose, I'd definitely go. I'm going to go Waffle Crisp.
Waffle
Yeah.
Crisp. Well, now it's Honey Bunches of Oats for me. It's
Yeah,
it's
you're
kind of an
maturing
old
in your
man.
cereal
Oh, my
taste.
God.
It's delicious.
Dude, you should have just.
Got brand. Yeah,
It's so good.
Hey,
Were you worried about fiber at 28?
I like the way it tastes. I genuinely just
No,
like the way
you
it
don't.
tastes.
I don't believe
I'm 29 now.
anybody your age goes, honey bunches of oats.
Hey, the Captain Crunch, but the
I didn't like Captain Crunch.
well, the
Leaves a
thing that
residue
always
in your mouth.
is just kind of the forgotten family member of that is the peanut butter crunch. Now that stuff, I can destroy boxes of it just one after the other.
It also will murder the roof of your mouth. You got to be careful with Captain Crunch.
It's all right.
All right, guys, we got to move on from the cereal talk.
Okay.
We got to move on. So, have you guys seen the latest news out of the science community this week? They're going to send a probe to Uranus to check out what's going on there.
Uranus?
Well, I believe the proper pronunciation is Uranus.
No, I think that's wrong.
You think that's wrong?
I've never heard it pronounced that way. I'm actually quite startled. What did you just say?
Uranus. I think that's the correct pronunciation. I've watched a lot of Science Channel.
That didn't make you the king of pronouncing Uranus.
Well, it's
Yeah.
You think Uranus is the correct way to say that?
Well, that's how I was taught.
You think Uranus is the
Uranus.
That's how I was taught. That's how my dad was taught. That's how his dad was taught. We're going to go with Uranus. I'm not about to sit here and let you tell me.
Well, anyway, this is apparently a very important ordeal. Apparently, 1 year on Earth is equal to 84, or excuse me, 1 year on Uranus is equal to 84 years on Earth. So the last time a Voyager 2 went by the planet and took pictures of it was in 1986, I believe.
Yeah.
And so now they're wanting to send this up and get it there by like 2045, I believe. Because it takes like 13 years for it to get there.
Right.
And so it's pretty important stuff. They think that the moons, it's got a lot of moons.
Gee, I didn't know you were going to go with this in depth about Uranus.
Well,
Okay. All
But,
right. Well, what's next?
so wait, before we leave that, so if we moved there, granted it would take a while to move there, would our birthdays just be 1 year?
Well, from what I
Or
understand,
would it be
it's
like
not,
dog years or something?
yeah.
it's not, the interest is not in the planet itself. It's more of the moons surrounding it.
Right, but my interest, I don't care about NASA.
Yeah.
I'm worried about my birthday
Yeah.
on that planet. So
I don't think you're going to have to worry about
Will
it,
I
John.
get any taller if I go to Uranus?
that didn't sound good.
But that's not. I'm just saying, like, any cool space stuff going to happen? I wasn't trying to be funny.
That's the one I wanted. So,
I'm not sure about you getting any taller. I don't
So
think
what's
that
the
it would
point
be
of
possible.
going? Why do we want it to look at moons? Don't we
To
have
look at moons.
telescopes? Oh, you scientists.
You just don't understand space.
Netflix loses over 200,000 subscribers in the first quarter, warns of bigger loss coming in quarter two. And I've never seen anyone do damage to themselves like Netflix and then
Yeah.
complain about it.
yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, while I was in college, Netflix was maybe $5.99, $7.99 tops. Enough
Wow.
to where a college kid, it doesn't matter. But now it's a grown man with a salary. And I have to question, is Netflix worth $20?
No.
$20.
No.
Everything else is caught up to Netflix. At the time, Netflix was the greatest. It had so much stuff.
Yeah.
And there were no other streaming services. Now there's so many other streaming services with better stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not surprising to me.
No, it's almost like the karma of Blockbuster coming back. After Netflix did the last Blockbuster left documentary, like they didn't kill him, and it's
Yeah.
almost like that ghost is coming back to haunt him. But I mean, there's HBO Max. It's
HBO
cheaper.
Max is probably the best one, in my opinion.
Man, I'm such a fan of The Office and Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
I like a little Peacock in me sometimes.
And then you've got Peacock is what, $5 a month if you
Yeah.
want to watch commercials, which I don't care.
No.
Still want to get up and go to the bathroom or get a refill.
Yeah,
so.
you're still going to
And
get...
Hulu's not bad.
No.
But if I got to choose one, I'm going to have to go with the cock.
some reason Hulu has trouble loading, then that's probably more on my internet. But none of the other services,
Yeah.
streaming services we have at my house have trouble. So why Hulu struggles, I don't know.
Hulu comes free with my phone plan, and I almost want to tell Sprint, hey, take some money off and keep Hulu. I'm just too many commercials. I've been trying to finish Sons
A
of
lot more
Anarchy.
commercials on Hulu.
I've been trying to finish Sons of Anarchy for at least the last 3 months, and it's just not happening.
Well, I saw something the other day about this whole ordeal and the whole Russia-Ukraine war. Like, they lost 700,000 subscribers just there. I wonder why. They don't have time to watch Netflix because they're trying to fight a war? Maybe that's it.
We might be coming to the end of Netflix and chill, boys, which I feel
Yeah.
like I was on the front line of that in my college days, before
Yeah.
it became cool. I'm just saying Netflix and chilling. That's what we did.
Right. Now it's going to be Hulu and Hug. Or, yeah.
John, you've got to warn me before you say some stuff like that. I about lost my everything in me.
Spring game this weekend.
Spring
We had
game?
it.
Oh, yeah.
Alabama spring game. Anybody
Who
get a
won?
chance to watch?
Alabama won. That's right. Alabama always win. Why do I feel like I'm like
Why did you
Coach
turn
from
into-
Waterboy?
That sounds more like an Auburn fan than an Alabama
You
fan.
sounded like Ordrin. Go football. Go Tigers.
Go
That's what he
Tigers.
said. Except for he doesn't have a team anymore.
Nope.
Poor
Go.
guy.
Living his best life though.
Go. That's what he says now. Just go. I don't.
They're going to come out there and keep that field goal order. They're going to go Tigers. All right, go.
Yeah, man. Same old. Like I was talking about last week, the O-line, disappointed me as usual. Everybody talks about how good the defense looks. Well, there's a reason for that. O-line's not blocking anybody. But not to stay on that too long. Let's go ahead and talk. I saw this question pop up online. Does Alabama have the best offensive and defensive players in college football? Like the one player. And they're talking about Will Anderson and Bryce Young.
I mean, if you ask me, then yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you try to be reasonable and think of people that compete, but it's really hard.
Well, both guys should have been in New York last year for the Heisman ceremony.
no doubt.
Obviously, one of them won. Bryce won it. So I mean,
It's a crime against humanity what they did to Will Anderson last year.
I think it's unfair. He should have at least been invited. Bryce deserved to win it, but he should have been invited. But that answers the question.
Yeah.
I mean, that's, if Alabama has a player from both offense and defense
And I would
at
love
the Heisman, then
if I could, dude, I'd put $20 on Will Anderson and Will the Heisman. Just to do it. I mean, because if I told you
Good
last
payout.
year, let's just put $20 on Bryce.
Yeah.
Say he wins the Heisman. I'm not saying we'd be rich, but we'd have some money. John, when you get a chance, do me a favor.
Okay.
What are you laughing at?
You said you're going to put 20 on it, so we're going with $40 among us. Are you going to share the 40 with it? Never mind. What you want a favor?
I want you to pull up this video of these Texas. I think they're 2 Texas colleges,
Oh yeah.
and if I'm not mistaken,
I've got the link. I'm going to open it now.
so this is brought us on Twitter by Texas College BSB. This looks like in between NCTC and Weatherford. Josh Phillips hits a go-ahead home run, and the Weatherford pitcher levels him while he's rounding the bases. And this is
Bro, his own team really doesn't even come to his defense.
well, yeah, that's number
What
one.
is going on with people?
I'm trying to watch.
What did the guy say to this dude to make
don't
him
care.
lose it?
What he says. Don't give up the home run if you don't want the guy talking to you.
I mean, that's true.
And number 2, not celebrating the guy, but get this pitcher in the football field. That's a safety if I've ever
Yeah.
seen one.
He's probably going to lose his baseball scholarship.
Yeah. No,
if he has one.
This is embarrassing to the sport.
But yeah, I mean, some football team, give him a call.
And look,
Yeah.
I mean, I do want to know what was said. Or did he get disrespectful? I know in baseball it's disrespectful to flip the bat. Did he flip the bat with the
That
middle
has
finger?
now become
Cool?
cool. Yeah.
Really?
That's the end thing now.
To hit
the
a-
bat flips.
Go yard and flip. This week, we're going back to our burger bracket powered by Triton.
Oh yeah.
Give it to it. Oh, yeah. Last week, Dave's double absolutely annihilated the son of the Mac.
Yeah.
McDonald's mushroom and swish burger took over and beat Burger King's Whopper Jr.
I like that little woo in the background. Want to hear it? Yeah. All right.
And the Angry Whopper knocked out McDonald's Big and Tasty.
The Angry Whopper. That's the name of that baseball player.
The Angry Whopper?
In pitcher.
Oh, John, you can't.
Go ahead.
All right, matchup number 1, John O. We'll start with you. Probably the best thing on Dairy Queen's menu, the Flamethrower Burger versus Crystal's, the original Crystal.
This is a tough matchup.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Tom.
I got to be honest. I've never had a flamethrower. But the fact that it's not a Crystal says, yeah, go with that one.
You don't like Crystals?
Oh, my goodness.
Are you kidding
As
me?
the old saying goes, you don't buy a Crystal, you rent it. So, yeah, I can't stand those things.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. Crystal up north or North Isle are well known as gut grenades.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as they get in there, they're coming out nice and hot. But I'm going to go with DQ.
Really?
Yeah. I
I'm
love the
kinda surprised.
Flamethrower Burger.
So DQs, yeah.
This is tough for me because I love a good sack full of crystals, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, that flamethrower from Dairy Queen, it's gonna take it here.
Well,
All right.
you're about to get a chance to vote for Crystals again. So the next matchup is BK Sourdough King versus Crystal's Double Decker. And I'll tell you this, that Double Decker's off the chain. I'm not even going to skim around. That's why I'm going with. Sourdough King's nice. Burger King's known to give you 2 pounds of mayonnaise per sandwich.
Yeah.
So
Historically, very liberal with the mayonnaise.
it's almost like a mayonnaise sandwich featuring a patty.
I'm gonna go with you. I'm with Crystal on this one.
How about you, John O?
Nah, the only thing I do from Crystal are the nutritious sunrisers in the morning
They're good, though.
and the even more nutritious chili cheese pups. So,
Yeah, a well balanced diet.
yeah.
Keeps you in shape.
And I'm still alive. So,
So I take it you're going with BK.
BK.
Alex, last one starting with you. And this one, I mean, this might be worse than the whooping the son of the Mac took. Hardee's Frisco Burger versus BK's extra large cheeseburger. Or extra long cheeseburger, I'm sorry.
Hardee's.
Yeah, it's
Hardee's.
nice. Oh, I mean, the Frisco Burger could go all the way easy.
Oh, yeah.
I love that Frisco Burger.
I do too.
And it's time for this week's Designs of the Week. Thomas, this week we're going to feature one of our headgum music, man. The winner of this week's $300 of free coaches apparel is going to be Antonelli Baseball. One of our most loyal clients, been working with them since about 2015, I believe.
Yes, sir.
They have got a ton of different designs. They all look really good. You can't beat the black and gold color scheme.
Amazing following online.
Yes, big following online. Matt Antonelli runs the organization, does a great job. Big, huge shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for everything that you do for us. We try to do everything that we can for you. Your loyalty and your business means more than anything.
And if any other coaches out there, you want to get in on this, win you some free coaches gear as well, just give us a follow on Instagram or Twitter at TheDWPod.
The DW Pod. Now,
The DW Pod.
I definitely said the DDD, like went full DJ mode right there, chopped and screwed my own words. Oh, that's great.
so I wanted to show you guys something. Thomas, I know you're not a NASCAR guy. I know John's not either.
No.
It's kind of my thing.
I do like driving fast.
But we, well, that's true. But we're design guys, you know. And so I thought it'd be interesting to throw something at you guys, something a little different, something to discuss. And that is this paint scheme. It's going to be run this weekend at Talladega in Alabama. Noah Gregson's number 62. Wendy's Biggie Bag Chevrolet Camaro. And I want you guys to check this out. Let me know your thoughts, what you think about this design, this layout. One thing to note, you'll see that the numbers are moved forward. If you don't have a history of NASCAR, you don't
I don't know
understand
what that means.
why that's significant. But it used to be right under the window. But you can see how it plays into the design here. This is one of the designs this year that has really done a good job with the space. The purpose of moving the numbers forward was to allow basically the spot in between the wheel the wheels, the middle of the car, to have more sponsorship placement. And I think Wendy's and the guy who designed this particular design,
He did a good job.
he
What's
did a
his
really
name?
good job. Ryan Williams. Ryan Williams did this design. He is at Ryan Williams Designs on
I think
Twitter.
I do like it, man. When I think of Wendy's, though, they took I don't know why. I guess because I'm from, 90s child, early 2000s. I think of the big yellow Biggie fry.
Yeah.
But this right here, this is fantastic. And I guess what is the little jumpsuit they wear with it as well?
The fire suits. That's one thing that really pulls all this together. Is the apparel designs, the fire suit that the actual driver's going to wear. It's like the old Wendy's. Now, John's probably the only one that actually remembers this when the people that worked at Wendy's dressed like this. But it's really cool.
Oh, didn't they wear hats with them too, John?
They did.
Man, what a time to be alive.
So, what do you like it? Do you dislike it?
I'm loving it. Granted,
Love
that
it?
is
Whoa.
not their statement. I didn't mean that at all. But I am loving it. I actually want this shirt. I'm not
The
even
shirt
joking.
is fantastic.
This shirt. I like anything that gives it a retro feel and the little old school textures right there by the hood up under Biggie bag. Huge fan of it.
Yeah, I think the whole thing is kind of there's enough little retro stuff and kind of the modern look. Nice, good and old.
I do need to correct myself. It's Ryan W_design on Twitter.
Got you.
So,
All right, guys, let's get ready for this week's $39.99 jersey of the week. This week.
Wow, I hit two buttons at once.
All right, guys, let's get ready for this week's $39.99 jersey of the week. Brought to you by our designer, CJ. He would like to introduce this jersey as the Tornado Two-Step. I guess with all the spinning or diagonal lines going on, it reminded him a little bit of that type of thing. But yeah, this jersey this week only is $39.99. Includes names, numbers, logos, etc. Just hop on it. Give us an email at thedwpod@teamtriton.com. We'll get it started for you. All right, fellas, and just like we do every episode, I like to give you all a random question. And I'm trying to think, who do I want to start with? Do I want to start myself just to get the ball rolling?
I'm scared.
This one isn't too bad. It's just, what is the most embarrassing thing your parents have ever done? And I'll start this one off because this one pissed me off, but I couldn't do anything. So we're coming home. This is 8th grade. I just got to a new school, but some guys I grew up playing ball with, I knew them, so it wasn't too bad. But they knew my father. So the way we come home, you can see if somebody's home coming from the back of the hill, and I can see Dad's home. So I'm like, nothing wrong with him being home. I just don't get to eat my afternoon snacks like I want to. Hey, what you eating, fat boy? Like, dang, peanut butter jelly and marshmallow sandwich. That's what I'm taking down. But I see him there, and he's like in the front yard doing some work, and he's happy. I'm like, oh wow, this is something new. Dad's happy. So I walk to him. He's waving. I mean, it's like a Leave It to Beaver show. Just way too happy. It had just rained the day before, so there's this massive puddle in our front yard because we lived on a hill, and I mean this. Maybe 20 feet of puddle, and as I'm walking in from the bus stop, he goes, hey, son, wave to your friends goodbye. And he turns around. We're both waving like a happy family. This son of a gun slaps me in the back of in my back of my book bag. I'll fall face first into this pool. And I fall so hard, it washes my contacts out. As he walks away laughing, I can just barely see the kids in the back of the bus laid him down, and they're just pointing, laughing at me, and I had. As soon as I got on the bus that Monday, the bus driver said, "Hey, you okay, man? Your dad hit you pretty hard." And I'm just like, "No, I'm fine. Please don't call child services on me." We do that all the time. We did not. That's probably the most embarrassed I've ever been, and my dad has done some things just to be fun, like I do with y'all. Just throw random questions at you, but that to me is the most embarrassing thing.
John, what you got?
Have you guys ever done the thing where you see somebody and you're just kind of playing around? It's like you're in your car and I'm going to hit the gas a little bit and kind of rev up so you might think he's about to hit me. Have you ever done that?
No.
You haven't?
You're talking about like somebody you know, like you're following somebody you know, or
Yeah, you see somebody walking across a parking lot or
Yeah.
a driveway, and you know, hit the gas a little bit, and it looks like the car's speeding up, but then you let go, hit the brake, nothing's really going on, right?
Yeah.
I was walking across the parking lot one time, and my mom was driving toward me, and I was talking with somebody, and she wanted to play that game, except she never took her foot off the gas or hit the brake, so she was just seconds away from destroying me and my friend that I was talking to, just gunning us down right in the middle of the parking lot there. So then you got to explain, no, as long as I've known her, my mom is a terrible driver. So what is that noise?
I'm trying to hold it in, man, because last episode my teeth were all over the place laughing.
so your mother tried to kill you.
Basically.
That is great.
But as she rode by, she just waved and laughed.
Oh, really? But you knew how bad of a driver she was.
Oh,
That
yeah,
things could have
yeah,
got
yeah.
deadly.
Yeah, so she meant it. She meant well. So
She meant well.
She meant well.
Wow.
Go ahead, Al.
I'm trying to think of something, man. You caught me kind of off guard with this, and I'm not gonna lie. You know, my parents are goofy.
Yeah.
There's some goofy folks, which I mean, I'm goofy. I get it, honest.
Hope they don't listen to the pod.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, I mean that endearingly. I'm not.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That guy's goofy. He's good to go. Well, then, Alex, I'll skip one for you. If you had a theme song for you only, what would it be? Alex, you better come with something.
bad to the bone.
I always liked.
Bad.
That's probably it. Bad to the bone. Now, you talking about Simple Man earlier. That's one that really, it's hard. I know it's so cliche, man. Like, what am I supposed to say? it's such a good one.
It is a good one. And
I really like All Apologies by Nirvana.
Really?
That's it's kind of, a slow song, but it's I don't know. It's kind of a, I go ahead and apologize in advance for what I got going on here.
I'd probably say Backdoor Man by a blues artist named Howlin' Wolf. You can look it up what that means for yourself, but that's probably it. And this is a song from like the 50s and 60s, not the new meaning of Backdoor Man. Jeez. Sorry. Had to clarify that. What about you, John?
Well, I let's see. So many songs, but maybe like
Cats in the Cradle?
yeah. I did it my way.
Little Boy Blue and the Man? What does that mean? That mean wrap it up?
Yeah, sure.
Because that definitely wasn't a song.
No, it wasn't. It was. You got me on this one, man. I'm stumped.
Well,
I know
listen,
a
you
lot of
guys
songs.
said don't
I
tell
know a
you
lot
the
of
random
breakups.
question
I know
ahead
you did,
of time.
but then you come out with these like hard questions. Now I'm scrambling to
questions.
At
think
least
of
I could
something.
have looked through Spotify to find something.
Like you should have.
Oh, so no more random questions for real. Just stick to the script we've been doing.
No, give us random questions that we know
random
about.
questions that aren't having to come up with something that defines you
Yeah.
on the spot. Or,
All right,
or
here's
a
one.
story.
Here's one. What habit have you picked up from your parents?
Ooh,
Oh, you see. Ooh, that's the start of something terrible.
well,
I get my impatience from my father.
Oh yeah, I see that.
It's from somebody who's never met my
never
dad.
mentioned. I see that. Okay, John.
All right, John.
I forgot that you and Thomas's dad were buddies.
I didn't know it. Oh man, that's great. Look, you didn't give me an answer that time.
We obviously are going to have to know ahead of time because it's just not.
John, do you have one? Do I need to go to another random question?
Yeah, I when I think about my parents and what I've.
Okay.
I mean,
yeah.
my-
John, you're getting too sentimental. No.
I got a good one. Hoarding.
What?
Keeping things that I shouldn't keep. Like,
Hoarding?
yeah.
Whoa.
Like they keep
Dude, you were just
unnecessary.
throwing your parents under
Oh,
the
my
bus.
goodness.
Yeah, your
it's-
goofy
those
parents
goofy
that hoard
hoarders.
everything.
What,
Wow.
What do they hoard? Happy Meal toys? As goofy as they are?
They have got so much stuff like from when I was a child that just needs to be thrown away. And it's just unnecessary, the amount of stuff they keep. And I do the same thing. Like, I'll keep something if it breaks, like a pair of sunglasses, for instance.
Alex, you've yet to give us a good answer.
Yeah.
Well, then don't ask me anymore.
Ask another question. Let's find out how
This is it,
awful
Alex.
Alex's parents
This is
are.
it. What is your favorite memory of us?
Yeah.
We had a really good time last year in Texas, riding around, going to the different eateries in Texas. I'll never forget that trip.
Okay.
That was fun.
Texas was a good trip,
That was
except for who picked that chain barbecue spot?
my friend. It was not
That
me.
was John.
Oh, yeah, it was
John
definitely John.
spoke for this friend.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Therefore, meaning
I think
it
you
is your decision.
subpar pork.
Yeah.
You have something
In
there.
Texas, which we've already established on the show, has great barbecue.
Yeah.
That
And
was
brisket
100% on
was-
you.
But I'd say Omaha. Omaha for us, even though John wasn't there. Should have been.
Hey, thanks.
Oh, well, for me and you, I thought you were talking about all three of us together.
Yeah,
but
no, all three of us. It's easily Texas.
Yeah.
But
Omaha was fantastic.
yeah. John, you should come this year. But anyway, let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. He's about to.
That sounds like wrap up.
Feel free to follow us on all the social media platforms.
Porn?
Feel free to follow us on all the social media platforms at the DW Pod. We're also streaming on Apple as well as Spotify as well. If you want to listen to the pod, at the W Pod, the Dong Wing Show. If you want to keep it cute, follow us on YouTube as well. Subscribe to Team Triton.
Team Triton YouTube page. We got our own little section on the Team Triton YouTube page. Be sure to like and subscribe. It means that we get to keep bringing the show to you. We start hitting numbers. We're going to have giveaways.
Got some big things planned.
Big things.
And last but not least, Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, guys.